All right, so if you're out there and you're joining me, give me a shout. Let me know you're out there. Tonight is our last night of our 5-day series. It's the 5 Things to Let Go of Now series. If you haven't caught up on the other 4 days, please go back and watch the replays. They are totally worth it. You're going to hear me talk about all kinds of good stuff, life experiences, my private experiences. So if you want to get to know me more, that's a great way to do that. You'll hear some tools and strategies that I personally use and how we can also work together if that's something you're into. So if you're out there and you're joining me, Monday we talked about letting go of the fear of failure. Tuesday we talked about letting go of constant self-doubt. Wednesday we talked about letting go of living to the expectations of others. Last night was letting go of the need for validation from strangers. And tonight is all about, man, I'm all frizzy, huh? All right. And tonight is going to be all about holding on to control. So if you missed my email today, get on my email list by signing up for that with the link in my bio. But like I explained to you guys, hi, my name is Pamela and I am a control freak. That is the first step to everything, is admitting it. So if you haven't done that yet with any of the things that we need to let go of, if you haven't done that with anything in your life that you are holding on to that doesn't serve you, I got news for you. The first step is just admitting it. So yes, tonight is all about the need to let go of control. So hello, I am Pamela and I am a control freak. If you haven't met me before, do me a favor, check out my YouTube videos. There's a lot of great intro videos there. Hey, Mel is out there. Him and I did a fun fact finding on each other. So that video is on my YouTube as well. So catch the replays for everything else. If you're jumping on somewhere in the middle here, you might have to double back. But yes, tonight is all about the need to let go. We're going to let go of control, holding on to control. So how many of you out there, like me, are a control freak? And I don't care if it's just out there apparent, if you're a closet control freak, whatever you are. On some level, I think we all are. And I don't mean like it has to be crazy, like out of your mind control. You'd be surprised the little ways that you have to hold on to control to feel good, okay? So there's a lot of little signs that you're, hey, Kylie, oh my gosh, are you here? Did I see you? I don't know. Oh my gosh, but I'm glad you're here. Hey, lady. All right, so control freak. So there's a lot of good signs that you are a control freak. So if you're like me, you refuse to delegate things. Have you ever been afraid of getting help from someone? They offer it to you, but you know if you don't do it yourself, it's not going to get done right. That's a good sign that you're a control freak. Trust me, I've got issues with that one. Ooh, what about everything has to be on your schedule? Okay, scheduling. That's the next big one there. Like I know for me personally, when I schedule things, when I say they're going to be done a certain way at a certain time, and this is what it's going to be, when they're not done or plans change or something happens that it upends my schedule, it freaks me out. Because now I don't know what I'm going to do. How much just to replan it? What if it never gets done? Now this person did that. Oh my God, like I'm telling you, like I used to freak out. Like when I was in my old relationship, that was probably one of those detriments. I will say it's not as big of a weakness as I used to have because I've learned how to deal with it, but it is something that does come up for me. Like I said, I like a schedule. I like to plan things. I like them to be a certain way. And when things do fall off the rails, it really bothers me. I have a hard time just accepting the fact that maybe the universe wanted it to happen this way. Maybe it's just meant to be that way. That is something I personally struggle with on a daily basis. Okay, another good sign that you're a control freak is perfectionism. Being a control freak and perfectionism, having the inability to let go of control, they all go hand in hand. And yes, I am a recovering perfectionist. I always have the mentality like I wouldn't do anything unless it was perfect, okay? Unless it was perfect. Hey guys, I see more of you hopping on here. So again, holding on to control, the need to do that, a lot of times because you're a perfectionist. My first coach had to ingrain in my brain that it's better done than perfect, because I would hold on to things. I would wait so long to do things because I didn't like it if it wasn't perfect. Who wants to put something out there with mistakes? Who wants to put something out there that isn't right? I'm worried about spelling errors, or what if this link doesn't work, or what if this doesn't make sense, and what if it's the right time? What if this doesn't go off the right way? Is it around a holiday? Should I not do it? Like, I'm telling you, these are the things that would go through my mind, and then I wouldn't do anything at all. And that turns into a procrastination problem, which again is another sign of being a control freak. Yeah. So, and a lot of this too comes down to your mental capacity. So this is your mood, your anger, your irritability, all of these things. There's a good chance when you feel really like defensive about stuff because you're losing control, and that drives you crazy, and that's what makes you moody and irritable. That's what turns you into this girl right here. I'm telling you, these little things drive me insane. Okay. What other ways? How to know you won't let go of control? Judging others. Judging is a big way that shows you're a control person, because now you're worried about your significant others showing up in a certain way and in a certain outfit, and and you can't control that because you don't know what they're going to wear, what they're going to put on. Yeah, I was the girl that liked to pick out their clothes. Yeah, don't do that anymore. No, just so everybody knows, I don't do that anymore. Yeah, and like I said, a lot of that comes down to it. So control is a big factor in our lives. Like I said, we all have it. We all have it to a certain extent. But again, if you can't admit it, really start coming to terms with these things. Like I said, like your fear of failure, or your constant self-doubt, or this, like I said, need to live to others' expectations, strangers or otherwise. You have to start admitting it. And that usually is the scariest part, because nobody wants to admit their weaknesses. Nobody wants to admit their flaws, even though these are the things that make you you. And these are the reasons why people love you. Oftentimes, they're the reasons why you're successful. These are the reasons why you are able to live your life and be as amazing as you are. They're not always a detriment, even though they feel that way, okay? Like I said, being a control freak, yeah, I really had to work on that. Like I said, scheduling was probably the biggest one for me. I didn't like when things didn't go as planned. Like, I would have stuff planned to the minute. Like, I knew when I had to leave, where I had to be, what I had to wear, what the date was. Like, I was a nut job when it came to scheduling. Now I've learned, I feel better now when I am not controlling the schedule, okay? When I am not living to those terms. And I think that is a huge, huge first step. So yes, that is the first thing I'm going to tell you. I do recommend letting go of the need for a schedule. You'd be surprised how much more life is enjoyable when you can get a little more vague about things. And what I mean by that is, if you have everything planned to the minute and something goes wrong, and you have anxiety like I do, you have the sense of overwhelm, the sense of worry, these racing thoughts, it's only going to exasperate them. It's going to make it worse. So yes, if you could start writing your schedule in a way that's a little more vague. And for example, so again, I used to set up my planner, like I wish I had it here with me. I would show you, like I would literally say, get up at 5, be to the gym by 5:15, work out till 6:15, you get home at 6:30, you're going to eat breakfast from here to here, then you're going to journal, then you're going to do this. Like, I had everything broken down, and when something happened, like you'd be on the way to the gym and the guy shows up late with the keys. Now I'm 5 minutes off and now I'm fucked. Like, this is how I felt. Like, this was the stuff that would go through my brain, and I was a nutcase. Or I'd wake up and be like, I really don't feel like running anymore. I don't feel like going to the gym. I don't feel like doing this today. But guess what? It was on my schedule, so I had to do it. Okay? The first thing I'm going to tell you is go ahead and stop that right away. Like I said, now I've changed it where I've set up a flow. I'm no longer using the word routine, because that word, again, it just grates on me now. So I'm using the word flow. Yes, I like structure. So yes, I still tell myself I'm going to do one type of movement a day. I'm going to do 2 types of mindset work. I'm going to do 1 meditation. Like, I write this stuff out and then I color in the squares, but I don't have to be specific about it in case things change, timelines change. I want to do something else because I'm not feeling it when I get up in the morning, because you don't always know how you're going to feel when you get up. You can start to let that sense of control go. So that is one good way to do it, and I do recommend doing that. What else do we talk about? Perfectionism. Again, I'm going to go down that road. So that goes hand in hand with control, because when things aren't perfect, you tend to not want to do them. That's when you procrastinate, and that's when you don't do it, okay? And like I said, for me, that was a big one. I would be worried about if everything wasn't right in line, if everything wasn't set up right, what if there was typos, what if the calendar was wrong, what if I did this on this date and it doesn't work, like, if my hair wasn't right, if I was going out somewhere, everything had to be exactly right. But that was the anxiety. Those are the racing thoughts. And that comes back to the whole, well, what if they look at me funny? What if they're judging me? When I walk in a room, everybody stares at me. Honestly, most people don't even care. Trust me. But that took me a while to get through my head. So, like I was saying, so you have scheduling, perfectionism. And like I said, as my first coach liked to say, better done than perfect. Better to show up than not at all. Okay, so trust me, people are going to be more happy with you being you as opposed to being perfect. Because nobody likes perfect. Nobody. No, it's not that fun. If I was sitting here perfect, I would not be so worried about this frizzy madness up here right now. But it's okay. I'm still here. I still showed up for you. See? Letting go of the need for control. I can't control the frizz. I live in Florida. It's humid. So those are the two big ones. I know I mentioned a few others earlier, so I'll kind of come back to those a little bit. I think the only other one that I really want to touch on that's kind of hits home, kind of hits close to home for me, is the whole delegating thing, like letting people help you. That is a big one. I mean, how many of you honestly struggle with letting people help you? Anybody? No. Think about it. Like I said, the first step is just admitting that you do. A lot of what that comes back to me for that is, I guess it's kind of relinquishing control. Oftentimes, I don't like to let people help me because I am worried they're not going to do it right, or at least the right in my mind. I also had this fear of receiving. Like, I didn't want people doing things for me because then for some reason in my mind, I feel like I owed you. And then that was something else I had to schedule into my life, or something I had to do and it had to be perfect, or it wasn't as good enough as what you did for me. Like, these are the things that go through your head when you have anxiety and stress and worry and overwhelm. But it doesn't have to be that way. So you can take those three main points. So scheduling, delegating, and perfectionism. And again, we can start to let it go. That need for control by taking baby steps. Like I said, with the schedules, baby steps would be, like I said, not being concrete about it, but saying, I'm going to do, again, one type of movement. I'm going to drink X amount of water all day. I'm going to do 2 types of mindset work. I'm going to read. I'm going to do. But you don't have to get concrete as to what time you're going to do it, what you're going to do, and how you're going to do it. It's just a matter of checking off the boxes. As far as delegating, again, that comes back to being open to receive. It's not expecting things, not worrying about people judging you. It's okay to ask for help. We talked about this earlier, especially, like I said, with you ladies. Guys are fixers. They like to do things. Let them help. It's okay to delegate. It might not be done exactly the way you want, unless you're an incredible communicator, which most of us with anxiety, we tend to be because we have those racing thoughts. So we have thought through every scenario from here to Christmas, okay? We've gone down every plan B, C, D, E, and F in the alphabet. So usually we're pretty good about that. But it's understanding that it's never going to be done exactly the way you would do it because you're not the one doing it. But that's the beauty of letting go of control, okay? And then again, perfectionism, better done than perfect. Sometimes, yes, letting that go, letting people help you, letting the schedule go, that is where the change happens. So that is my last of the big 5 of letting things to let go of now. And those are my biggest suggestions to start doing it, is with small baby steps. None of this is going to happen overnight. Like I said, a lot of these things are deep ingrained in us, like the fear of failure, like the self-doubt, like the perfectionism. These things are beliefs that you've been holding on to probably since you were born because of the way you were raised. I'm not going to talk about like nature versus nurture kind of a thing, but like we talk about the expectations of others. Our parents raise us a certain way to be a certain way, and we try and live up to that. Society places us into these roles, into these slots, and we're expected to be a certain way, and we try and live up to that. But is that what you want? And that's the fair question. If it's not, then what are you doing it for? What are you doing? Who are you doing it for? And is it that important? Does your happiness, your mental health, your emotional well-being, is it as important as whatever you're trying to do that's not what you want? I mean, and that's what it came down to for me. Like I said, 3 years ago when I started my journey, I was at that place. A year and change ago when I moved to Florida, I was at that place. And I got news for you, big things are coming because I am hitting that same place now. I am dealing with the overwhelm and the fatigue and people's shit, and I am tired. And that is how I feel now. And all I want to do is continue to do more videos like this, coach more people, teach more people, so that they too can have what they want. They can let go of the toxic and the draining and the energy-sucking vampires that are holding them back, and that you can honestly have what you want, just like I have made lifestyle changes to get what I want. So no more Pam 1.0. Like I said, I'm at Pam 2.0 now. 3.0 is coming, so get ready. So wherever you are on your growth period, this is your chance to really sit back and ask yourself, what do you want? And like I said, my favorite journaling prompt, and I'll say it again, pull it out, let that genie pop out of its bottle, and go ahead and ask yourself, if he gave you unlimited wishes, what would you ask for? I mean, what would you honestly want? Throw it out there, okay? This is your chance. All right. So if you're, again, I see people hopping on. If you're catching this now, you might want to go back and rewind and come back through with me. Like I said, definitely catch the replays from the nights before. But yes, so if you're looking to start letting go of these huge ingrained limiting beliefs, you're really ready to reprogram and have the life that you truly want, I would like to help you. And again, it's all about baby steps. It's about your comfort zone. So the simplest way, sign up for my email list. Get more tidbits like this. Join my free Facebook group. Okay, that's the smallest baby step you're going to do. Next baby step, try one of my classes. I have meditation classes on Monday. I have yoga classes on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. I do more workshops like this. Sign up and check it out. I mean, it's going to cost you about as much as your coffee for the whole week. Trust me. It's not that expensive. You'll be okay. And then the next biggest way, I have a monthly membership. So it's got some group coaching. You're going to meet more women just like yourself, just like me. We're all in this together. You take classes together. You do journaling together. We have group coaching chats together. And it's a good way to make friends and realize you're not alone. Or you can go the big route with me and join my one-on-one coaching. I've just revamped my package. It's called the Householder's Path to Peace in an Amped Up World. And it's exactly what it sounds like. Householders, being you. Because you have errands and jobs and bills and kids and families and things to do. You're a householder. You have a household to run. Your path to peace. Becoming Pam 2.0. Understanding that you can let go of things. Nothing has to be perfect. You're allowed to receive. The universe gets to be your sugar daddy. You get to feel the feels. You get to enjoy it. You're allowed to live your life for you. You get to make yourself a priority. Okay, so there's your path to peace. In our amped up world, I think you figured that out. Between 2020, the batshitness and the expectations of society, the way things are, that is our amped up fucking crazy world. So when you put it all together, I'm going to give you exactly what you need to be happy and successful and fulfilled in your life. You do not have to be the rat on a wheel in your own mind. You don't have to be trapped behind this veil of fakeness that you put on for people because you don't know what else to do because your anxiety has you so bogged down with worry and judgment and thinking things that people aren't even thinking about you. And you really do have the opportunity to be yourself, to be happy, to, again, make yourself a priority. Because that's the biggest thing. I think most people don't do that enough. I can say the phrase self-care, but then everybody looks at you like, oh my God, self-care. Now I have to make time to go to pedicure or a massage, or I have to do this. Like, no. Self-care can be anything from taking 5 minutes to read a book, sitting on your deck with your morning coffee, taking a stroll in the afternoon, taking a bath. Self-care is anything that takes care of you, that makes you feel good, that makes you feel beautiful and worthy and wanted and loved. That is what self-care is. And that is where you get to make yourself priority. Anytime you deny yourself any of those things, what happens there is when you deny yourself those things, you're looking yourself in the mirror and you're telling yourself, I am not a priority. And I keep telling you, I want you to honestly look in the mirror. From now on, when you start making excuses as to why you can't have things or do things or there's not enough time or whatever, don't even say that. Don't say I'm too busy or it's not in alignment right now or I can't do. Look yourself in the mirror and say to yourself, I am not a priority. Let me know how ugly that feels, okay? And when you get tired of telling yourself that you're not a priority, come see me because we're going to make you a priority. And when you make you a priority, everybody around you is going to do the same because you're treating yourself the way you want to be treated. And that is how people treat us. If we treat ourselves like garbage, they're going to put us last. If we don't want help, people are going to stop asking if we need help. If we don't do the right things to take care of us, nobody is going to do it for you. It all starts with you. So that is my soapbox for this evening. So I hope you're all enjoying your Friday night. I hope you have an amazing weekend. If you watch these videos, whether it's tonight, nights 1, 2, 3, or 4, drop me the comments, drop me the hashtag replays. Let me know what you've got going on. If you don't want to share it bold out to the world, that's cool. Not a problem. If you're like me and you've got anxiety and you don't want the whole world judging you, send me a direct message. Reach out to me. Send me an email. That is what I'm here for. And I personally answer all of them. I don't have people working for me. I don't have bots. I don't have VAs. Every response that you get to anything from my business comes right from me. So you know it's real, you know it's genuine, and you know I'll give you the tough love and support where you need it, I promise. So again, take a listen and let me know what you think, all right? Everything that I mentioned as far as the one-on-one, the monthly membership, the email list, the free resources, the podcast, the stuff, everything is in my bio. That link is there. Click on that. It's going to open up a new window, and you're going to see all the appropriate tabs. Just go through until you find the one that you need. If something doesn't work, or if you can't find something, let me know, okay? I can't work with you if you don't communicate. Gotta let me know. All right, but on that note, I am out. It's Friday. I need some more kratom in my life, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. Bye now. Mwah.